Hear my testimony about the severe corruption of Monaco's lawyers and justice system and the severe persecution of truth-tellers. You see in this video the list of Monaco's corrupt lawyers and the horrendous picture of my brutally murdered, very precious French bulldog Skye. My name is Anett-Patrice van York. I'm a press photographer and an investigative journalist. Since February 2017, I'm constantly and severely harassed by Monaco because I spoke the truth about Monaco's severe police brutality and Monaco's severe government and justice system corruption, of which I'm a severe victim. In February 2017, I was severely attacked by the police of Monaco. I had over 40 injuries all over my body. I'm still injured today, maybe for life. Justice was never served because Monaco tries everything to cover up their crimes. The witness list is blocked since, also the CCTV of that evening, and corrupt former Justice Director Philippe Namino closed my cases illegally with tons of pretexts and lies. When I put the pictures of my injuries online to look for witnesses myself, I was suddenly arbitrarily arrested several times in Monaco in front of hundreds of people, when I did nothing wrong and when I had the right to be there. I was all of a sudden thrown out of places. All my press accreditations were suddenly destroyed by Monaco with silly pretexts and lies. I discovered all of a sudden defamatory emails and text messages against me everywhere from people I hardly knew or didn't know at all. I even discovered a defaming press article against me in Monaco's propaganda newspaper Monaco Matin, written by corrupt Jean-Marie Fiorucci, that I never met in my life. All my connections and clients were intentionally destroyed. All my jobs and my whole existence were intentionally destroyed. In Monaco, in France, and even in other countries. My phones and internet were wiretapped. I was followed and supervised. I was harassed, humiliated, bullied, and severely threatened. Monaco's police threatened to imprison me if I don't shut up. Pseudo cases that never existed were used against me in court, where all my evidence disappeared all of a sudden. Also, they tried to bribe me into taking down my posts about Monaco's severe police violence by offering me a gradual reinstallment of my precious press accreditations. I never believed a word they were saying, and I always kept all my posts online. Also, fake psychological statements are used in Monaco's courts to destroy the victims, and much more. Monaco constantly discredits innocent victims and truth-tellers and tries to destroy them with evil ongoing smear campaigns and constant physical and verbal attacks. I counted over 200 severe incidents against me within 2 years, and I accumulated over 2,000 documents of evidence. In November last year, I was arrested arbitrarily again out of my own apartment in France, not far from Monaco, this time by the police of Menton, by the order of a certain Dominique of the CCAS, a local social service of Roquebrune-Cap-Martin, that I never met before in my life, when I had done nothing wrong, when I was only quietly hanging out at home with my dog. I was aggressed severely. My shoulders are severely dislocated since the handcuffs and the 24/7 restraint after the injury that the Monaco police inflicted before already. I was locked up for 2 weeks in solitary confinement, attached to a bed 24/7, supervised 24/7, tortured aggressively with serious drugs every day that made me very ill, and my precious French bulldog, a very delicate breed, was put into a crucial animal shelter called Falicon in Nice to her certain death, where they kept her day and night abandoned in a cold cage with scary barking dogs around her. My precious and very healthy dog froze violently to death. She died of fear and a big heartache. It was a brutal murder. You can find more information on Monaco Media's page, The Latest Victim. Dominique renounces herself since, and the bills are piling up of the horror she created for me. And the police of Menton threw me out of their commissariat when I needed to file a police report against her, after the police of Nice refused my request. Also, the police of Beausoleil is useless, as well as the police of Roquebrune-Cap-Martin. They even claim they are Monaco. My case is now with the Attorney General in Nice, who will never answer me as usual for sure. 3 weeks before this horrendous arrest and unbearable torture, I got dubious death threats with the statement that they will play some dirty games with me before they will finish me off. Monaco even influences now the French police against me as well to destroy my whole life. I'm severely traumatized since, I have ongoing panic attacks and severe nightmares since, and no justice in sight. To know more about the details about my ongoing Monaco abuse story, please watch the video on Monaco Media's website called Prince Albert's Gruesome Dictatorship. And for all names, please check also the 2 abuse list videos on that site. Since February 2017, after the serious police attack against me, I asked Monaco for legal aid to get a lawyer so that this ongoing and serious abuse finally stops. And for over 1 year, Monaco refused to give me one, with the words, "What for?" Then, when I put extreme pressure on them because I really had enough of their corrupt evil games, they finally assigned me one, so I thought. Sophia Lavagna was the lawyer's name, and when I called her and told her that she was my lawyer for my serious abuse cases, she screamed in the phone, telling me that she doesn't take on these kind of cases, and she hung up immediately the phone on me. What a class act, not. I complained with Monaco's Palace of Justice. Then they gave me another corrupt lawyer named Anett-Patrice, who in our only meeting of only 20 minutes, he falsely claimed he took 1 hour for me, never let me finish one sentence, and who refused to take on all the assigned cases. He refused especially to take on the case of 4th of June 2017, when I was arbitrarily arrested in Monaco after Christian Kahn, secretary of the Princess Charlene Foundation, and pseudo-journalist Céline Lafuente de la Vota instigated the illegal arrest against me when I did absolutely nothing wrong. Shaynut didn't do anything about any of my serious abuse cases for 6 long months. I have to mention that Kane renounces herself since this horrendous illegal arrest. The same with De La Vota. De La Vota even tried to aggress me with her friend when I asked her why. And Garrett Wittstock and Princess Charlene, the directors of the foundation, I met Garrett Wittstock a few times before, renounced themselves since as well. When I passed by the foundation to get justice, after none of my emails or certified letters were ever answered, an assistant of Kane named Kimberly Jarvis even slammed the door in my face. The horrendous arrest of the 4th of June 2017 resulted in an unbearable smear campaign against me and in the total destruction of my work. Because of Shaynut, I complained again to the Palace of Justice, and I heard only the impertinent secretary of the legal aid department telling me, "If you run like this through lawyers, that is your fault, not ours." An impertinent statement after I was trying for so long to get justice. I tried then to get one myself. I wrote to all lawyers on Monaco's legal list, but nobody answered, except Alexis Marquet, who told me that he cannot take on my cases because of a certain conflict of interest. At least he was honest, telling me indirectly that also he was bored by the system. Lawyer Franck Michel, who I contacted separately because I was told he was apparently the most honest one still in Monaco among all corrupt lawyers, stood me up 4 times and then stopped answering me. Also, I looked all over the Côte d'Azur for a French lawyer who has a good connection to a Monegasque lawyer, but all of them seemed corrupt. One lawyer called Me Huang Te Vin Bernard in Menton even tried to scam me. Then I contacted a lawyer in Marseille who was recommended to me by other victims, but without paying him 5,000 euros to begin with, he wouldn't even have considered to help me. The same with others. All lawyers asked for 5,000 euros just to start, and since Monaco destroyed intentionally all my work, I depended on legal aid. And Monaco knew that and continued their dirty games with me. Monaco's legal aid department then assigned me a lawyer named Christiane Palmero. That woman never answered my registered letter or my phone call or my email. The same with the next lawyer that Monaco assigned, Jean-Charles Jardetto. Not one word from him, but all of them declined their assignment for my cases with the Palace of Justice behind my back. Of course, when I complained again, the legal aid department put all the blame on me again. Legal aid in France for my Monaco cases was declined, since the assault happened mostly in Monaco, although the people destroyed also all my work, my existence, and my good reputation in France and in other countries. Then, Monaco's legal aid department assigned lawyer Yann Lajoux, the director of Monaco's Bar Association, another extremely corrupt entity. After a meeting with only his assistant, a meeting with himself was never granted. I never got any answer back, no answer to my emails, phone calls, or certified letters. I never heard from them ever again for months, except I was informed that he sent one letter that I never saw before to the investigating judge with tons of lies and with documents attached that I never saw before either. My numerous evidence was of course left out again, and when I called again to get an appointment, I never got a phone call back. When I insisted and I called back again, the secretary got pretty impertinent with me on the phone and told me, an appointment, what for? There's nothing new. A few days before, Monaco's legal aid department assigned also 2 other abuse cases of mine in Monaco to the same lawyer, Lajoux, after the latter refused, like Chenut, to take on my legal arrest case of the Princess Charlene Foundation from June 4, 2017, for which the Palace of Justice granted me legal aid as well. Now, all of a sudden, the Palace of Justice said they never did. And they did. I have the official proof in black and white. And they declined other cases because of a certain deadline that I always respected, because I filed the complaints always right away. But they didn't, because they refused to give me a lawyer for over 1 year. But that is their dirty game, so that I miss slowly but surely all possible deadlines. For over 2 years, I have not one lawyer who defends my rights in Monaco to finally stop this ongoing severe abuse against me, because all lawyers in Monaco are bought by the system. They get their orders from Monaco's corrupt government to cover up all their evil crimes against innocent people. And I have to mention, when Monaco tried a pseudo case against me in 2017 after the serious police assault, they immediately assigned me a lawyer, but of course that one was as corrupt as all others. His name was Xavier Alexandre Boyer. He made everything possible to let my numerous evidence disappear in court, and he allowed that the court came up with other pseudo cases as pseudo proof against me that also never existed. He was also in charge to get the witness list of the serious police assault that Bradley Mitten from the Viva Nova Club blocks for over 2 years now, but also there he showed his corrupt character. Of course, the witness list was never retrieved. And the whole Côte d'Azur helps to cover up Monaco's evil crimes against humanity. France is one of the most corrupt countries in Europe. Many innocent lives were destroyed. My case is far from being an isolated case. I met many victims. Freedom of speech in Monaco is punished. The freedom of the press is non-existent. All press is bought by the system, and truth-tellers who speak up against this ongoing police violence and the severe ongoing corruption are discredited and destroyed. And France is a dangerous accomplice. 90% of the people who have the highest positions in Monaco in the health, police, administration or justice department are men. They're all brothers, mostly from the extremely corrupt Freemason sect, a dangerous mafia that goes against all laws and who all cover up each other's severe crimes. In addition to this ongoing severe corruption, I feel the extreme ongoing discrimination against single women and foreigners here on the Côte d'Azur. After Monaco destroyed all my work, France even declined my welfare and took my health insurance from me, which is completely illegal. And also for that, I never got a lawyer. Women alone here on the Côte d'Azur are ongoing targets. Because I fear for my life, I informed international high-profile authorities about my ongoing abuse in Monaco and in France. And those authorities are in possession of my legal documents and my numerous witness letters that I keep sealed for the protection of the witnesses who were brave to come out. None of my complaints that I filed with the Attorney General in Monaco or France was ever followed through. France is the corrupt puppet of corrupt mafia Monaco, and they do everything to destroy innocent people, to cover up their evil crimes against all international laws and against humanity. Monaco is a dangerous oligarchy, cannot be trusted. Monaco's justice system is completely corrupt. Monaco is no state of law. Please share this. The world needs to know about the real Monaco. Monaco is a fake, dangerous Disneyland.